Hello everyone, how are you? You all are welcome in our YouTube channel Pandya's EduTech. Today we will know about civil disobedience movement. In the year 1930, under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi, the civil disobedience movement began. The civil disobedience movement was founded on the principle of defying British regulations. This movement started after the famous Dandi Salt March. The Salt March. Mahatma Gandhi found in salt a powerful symbol that could unite the nation. Salt was something consumed by the rich and the poor alike, and it was one of the most essential items of food. The tax on salt and the government monopoly over its production. Mahatma Gandhi started his famous Salt March, accompanied by 78 of his trusted volunteers. The march was over 240 miles from Gandhiji's ashram in Sabarmati to the Gujarati coastal town of Dandi. The volunteers walked for 24 days, about 10 miles a day. On 6th April, he reached Dandi and ceremonially violated the law, manufacturing salt by boiling sea water. This marked the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. In the countryside, rich peasant communities like the Patidars of Gujarat and the Jats of Uttar Pradesh were active in the movement. Being producers of commercial crops, they were very hard hit by the trade depression and falling prices. As their cash income disappeared, they found it impossible to pay the government's revenue demand, and the refusal of the government to reduce the revenue demand led to widespread resentment. These rich peasants became enthusiastic supporters of the civil disobedience movement. From them, the fight for Swaraj was a struggle against high revenues. The industrial working classes did not participate in the civil disobedience movement in large numbers except in the Nagpur region. As the industrialists came closer to the Congress, workers stayed aloof. But in spite of that, some workers did participate in the civil disobedience movement, selectively adopting some of the ideas of Gandhian program, like boycott of foreign goods as part of their own movements against low wages and poor working conditions. Now we will know about the limits of the civil disobedience movement. Not all social groups were moved by the abstract concept of Swaraj. One such group was the nation's untouchables, who from the 1930s had begun to call themselves Dalit or oppressed. For long, the Congress had ignored the Dalits for fear of offending the Sanatanis, the conservative high caste Hindus. But Mahatma Gandhi declared that Swaraj would not come for 100 years if untouchability was not eliminated. He called the untouchables Harijan or the children of God, organized satyagraha to secure them entry into temples and access to public wells, tanks, roads, and schools. He himself cleaned toilets to dignify the work of the Bangi, the sweeper, and persuaded upper castes to change their heart and give up the sign of untouchability. But many Dalit leaders were keen on a different political solution to the problems of the community. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, who organized the Dalits into the Depressed Classes Association in 1930, clashed with Mahatma Gandhi at the Second Roundtable Conference by demanding separate electorates for Dalits. When the British government considered Ambedkar's demand, Gandhiji began a fast unto death. He believed that separate electorates for Dalits would slow down the process of their integration into society. Ambedkar ultimately accepted Gandhiji's position and the result was the Pune Pact of September 1932. It gave the depressed classes, later to be known as the scheduled castes, reserved seats in the provincial and central legislative councils, but they were to be voted in by the general electorate. The Dalit movement, however, continued to be apprehensive of the Congress-led national movement. Dalit participation in the civil disobedience movement was therefore limited, particularly in the Maharashtra and Nagpur region, where their organization was quite strong. Worried by the developments, the colonial government began arresting the Congress leaders one by one. This led to violent clashes in many places. A month later, when Mahatma Gandhi himself was arrested, industrial workers in Sholapur attacked police posts, municipal buildings, law courts, and railway stations. That means all structures that symbolize British rule. A frightened government responded with a policy of brutal repression. Peaceful satyagrahis were attacked, women and children were beaten, and about 1 lakh people were arrested. In such a situation, Mahatma Gandhi once again decided to call off the movement and entered into a pact with Irvine on 5th March 1931. By this Gandhi-Irvine Pact, Gandhiji consented to participate in a roundtable conference. This topic's part 4 will come soon. So friends, how was our video? If you like our video, then press on the like button and press subscribe button. And don't forget to press the bell icon to get our videos notification firstly. Thank you.